What's going on, Spurs family? Welcome to Spurs Talk with a Hano Week 5 recap. It's a small sample size, 2-1. But hey, if you combine the last 2 weeks that I covered, the last 2 weeks combined, we went 5-2. This past week we 2-1. That's a 7-3 record. That's winning weeks. If we continue to pile on these winning weeks, I can see us making one of the bottom seeds of the playoffs. I can see it. We just got to continue to play this way. Stephen Castle, ever since he got into the starting lineup and lights out, and look, check this out. He's benching one of our best players last year, our second option last year. He's benching Devin Vassell. Will he ever see the starting lineup again? I don't see it. The way Stephen Castle is playing, coming into this league, or coming into the draft rather, I wanted Stephen Castle. It's a video on that. I wanted him, but I didn't see him as the best player in that draft class. He's looking like the best player in the draft class, and that is like outstanding for the Spurs. It's outstanding for us, but I didn't see it. I thought he was going to be like a solid point guard that was going to grow into something. I didn't expect it to be this fast. So when the league started and he started, when the league started, beginning of the season, he was having this offensive struggles. But I was like, I kind of predicted that. But once he got into the starting lineup, I mean, it's like a whole new Stephen Castle. It's like, who is this, right? I didn't see that offensive explosion as he's having. Now, the last 3 games, he's averaging 13 points. But you got to remember, Victor, Vassell, and Chris Paul, it's only one basketball. So to put up 13 points last 3 games, can't remember how much he's averaging for the year, but I'm pretty sure it's in the double digits. That's pretty good with all the cooks we got in the kitchen. And for him to be benching Devin Vassell, which was our second best player last year, that speaks how good this kid is, offensively and defensively. Victor is going to be doing what he does. He does what he does. It's just only thing I worry about is the relying on a jump shot too much. I still think he needs to get down there. But if he's making it at the clip he's making it, I think this past week in these 3 games, he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line. Look, if he's making it, I love it. If he's making it, I love it. I'm gonna just keep it at that. But when he's not making it, we kind of more easier to beat because he kind of relies on that jump shot. And he's going to keep shooting it as he should. But I think he needs to know, like, okay, my shot not falling. Maybe I need to get to the basket a little bit more, get some fouls there, rather if it's taking the person off the dribble or if he's just, doing a little baseline screen, posting up close to the basket, try to get more hook shots up there. That's something that he should be developing because nobody's probably going to block it. If he get a solid hook shot, not to say he should be down there like it's the 90s or the early 2000s, but it's like when your shot not working, let me go down here and get some easy baskets, and then I'm going to step outside, get in rhythm. But I love it. I think this past week, we went 2-1. I think he's averaging 29 points, 10 rebounds, I think 5 assists, and like 3 blocks. The dude is just phenomenal. He's just an alien, like they call him. Right, Julian Champagnie, 17 points in these 3 games, shooting like 44% from the 3-point line, I believe. So if he keeps shooting like that, then we're going to be really, really tough to beat. I think as a team, we shoot like 35% from the 3-point line. And it's crazy how I keep saying 3-point line because that's the league right now, right? That's the league. Everybody's just launching threes. So I guess that's an important figure. I remember when I was growing up, 3 points was good, but it was like, the field goals was more of the regular 2-point field goals was more of the focus. But, if this is the league, 35, percent as a team, that's not bad. Free throw shooting is pretty good too. I think we like in the 80% percentile as a team for the season. So we good at the we good at the 3-point line for these past 3 games. But as a season at the free throw line, I think we're in the 80s. So that's pretty good. It's good to be able to go to the line and knock down those. That's still an important stat, believe it or not, knocking down your free throws. What I don't like, I think these past 3 games, we turned the ball over like 13 times. I mean, it's low, but some of those turnovers is like self-inflicted. like stepping out of bounds, making error passes. They're not forced turnovers. I think if we can do better with those, then I think we can, keep it low for the entire season, which will help us win more games. Who else? Oh, Harrison Barnes. He's shooting lights out from the 3 point line. I think these past 3 games he's shooting 60% from the 3 point line. Let's pray that continues. Now he's the one that shocked me coming into the season because I didn't expect him. I thought Julian Champagnie was going to have that position locked down. Barnes was going to be the one that's coming off the bench, essentially. But due to injuries with Vassell, maybe that has something to do with it. But he probably was going to start anyway. But it opened up Julian Champagnie and Harrison Barnes to start with, and then Sohan's not playing. I didn't even think about that. Sohan is not even back. So when we get Sohan back, now then again, it could hurt us. That could hurt us because Sohan's not really that much of a 3 point shooter. So the defense would probably be more packed in, or they have a person that can help off now. So if Sohan comes back, he needs to improve his outside shooting because that might be a problem. But Sohan is much needed on that defensive end. He's tenacious. He's in your face. He want to fight. He's our bully. It's in basketball, having a bully is good. Get under people's skin. Not in the he not malicious with it. He's just playing good physical basketball, and I love that type of game. I know it's not really much people like that in the game today. I mean, I'm not Draymond. I'm not talking about Draymond. He's kind of overboard with it. He trying to things he do can injure people. But a player, Sohan's doing it the right way. He's playing good physical basketball, and some players don't like it. He gotten a lot of people face this year. So what? So what? We ain't going to give you easy offense, and that's what I like about Sohan. So when Sohan comes back, and he can start shooting the ball with confidence because sometimes I've seen him look like he didn't really want to shoot the ball. If he starts shooting it, he don't got to be like lights out, but at least give us a little bit of uh, around 30-35%. I know he shot the ball well last year, but we're probably going to need more shots this year, more volume of threes, so we can keep the defense spread out. So if he can do that, then how can we not make the playoffs with this team? Like in the beginning of the season, I predicted that we will make the play-in, but how I'm looking at this team, how we balling, if we keep having these winning weeks, why shouldn't we make the playoffs at one of those bottom seeds? Even if we in a play-in, we should be making the playoffs. How we playing? If we continue shooting the ball the way we're shooting, taking care of the basketball, being stifling on defense, I think the sky's the limit. Definitely for the future. I can't wait for the future. If we can keep all these players, not all of them, but the core players like Stephen Castle, Victor, Devin Vassell, I think the sky's the limit. I really like Keldon Johnson as well, but every time he shoot the ball, I think he's going to miss it. Let's see how he's shooting, because if he's shooting the ball well, then let the good times roll. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's 40% these last 3 games. That's let the good times roll. But when he be shooting the way he shoot and how high the ball go, I'm like, man, is that going in? But like I said, if they making it, I love it. So that's all I got for the recap. So I'll be checking back in next week. Hopefully it's more winning weeks, and go Spurs go.